Good morning, friends. Myself, Dr. Naval Singh Todawat, Assistant Professor in the subject of Botany from Moreshwar Arts, Science and Commerce College. Today, we will be having discussion for the BSc SY student and the paper named as Plant Ecology. Friends, while thinking about the ecology termed was coined in the year 1885 by the scientist known as Ritter. Now, what is ecology? The word itself says eco means home and logy means study. That is home study. This entire world, this entire earth and its surrounding is to be considered as a home. Ecology defined by the Ernest Haeckel. Ernest Haeckel says study of plant and animals in the reciprocal relationship with the environment is known as ecology. Organism and the interaction between the environment and organism. We may also call it as ecology. This person or scientist in India named as Ramdev Mishra is father of ecology. He was the first to study the ecology from the India. Now we have seen how the relationship between the organism and the physical environment and interaction among these is influencing on the organism's growth and its production for its survival. Further, ecology is divided into two types, that is plant ecology and animal ecology. As we are concerned with the botany, we are going to focus on the plant ecology. In plant ecology, we will be studying regarding the plants influencing the plant by the surrounding factors which influence on its growth itself. Now there are four types of organization, that is biological organization. In this biological organization, we see the four levels, that is organism, number 2 population, number 3 community, and number 4 biomes. Weaving to the first, what is organism? Organism is single species or a single individual group of a single species or individual belonging to the same species is known as the population. The third one, community, that is the biotic community. Assembly of the different type of population belonging to different species. I repeat, assembly of the different type of population belonging to a different type of species is placed in the community, that is biotic community. And the last one, that is biomes. Major biomes we found in India, and this is the very big and large group among all these biological organization. Now we seem to be 4 biomes in India. That is, first one tropical rainforest, second one is tropical deciduous forest, third one is desert, and fourth one is sea coastal forest, or sea coast, or you may call it as coastal area. While saying about the tropical rainforest, in India, the region lies, that is Western Ghats. Western and Eastern Himalaya are found in this tropical rainforest. In this zone, maximum amount or heavy rainfall has been observed. Rainfall is normally in plenty amount than the rest of the area. Here you find the vegetation is very dense and large. Variations we also see in this area, that is tropical rainforest, due to the high amount of the rain or precipitation. Now in this area, or in this Western Ghats or Eastern and Western Himalayas, forests are very dense due to the large numbers or very dense trees, climbers and epiphytes are found. Dipterocarpus like trees are found in this area. Climbers, we know that climbers generally grow and have a support of the for their standing purpose. Whereas about the epiphytes, epiphytes need support for its foods on the host plant. This was what about the tropical rainforest. Followed to this second one, that is tropical deciduous forest. In tropical deciduous forest, if we review the word deciduous, deciduous means where the leaf of the tree are shaded in a particular or specific season. In this forest, the community of trees in the rainy season seems to be green. Leaves are green and flattened, but followed by winter and summer season. In summer season, we see the leaf shading and leaf fall of the trees are seen. Leaf off has been taken in that area in the tropical deciduous forest. So this is one of the region which found in our area. The third one, that is desert. By hearing this word desert, we all come to know that in this area there is scarcity of water. Now why there is scarcity of water? Very low amount of precipitation is been observed in this area. Very low amount of rainfall occurs in this area. Very little amount. And in desert, it has been seen that there is very extreme temperature. Temperature is very high. Due to this, the plants and the species of that desert area adopt some special characters to survive in that particular zone. Have you heard about succulent plants? Succulent plants are mostly seen in this desert area. Now, what are these succulent plants? Succulent plants are those plants which store the water in the form of mucilage. The leaves itself store the water, appears to be fleshy in the nature. This plant exhibits the character, adaptive character like sunken stomata, thick cuticle, and if we see, the leaves seems to be appear reduced in size. I repeat, exhibited adaptive character that are sunken stomata, thick cuticle, and leaves appears to be reduced. Generally, the Cactaceae family members are seen in this area, in this desert area. The last one, that is sea coast area. In sea coast area, that we may call it as coastal area. The habitat is some oceanic and terrestrial habitat. This area which lies along the side of the sea. You might be heard about the mangroves and swamps. We are aware about these mangroves trees. There is lot of literature and the things noted on these mangroves. I will give few example of the trees which are found in these mangroves, that is Avicennia and Rhizophora. Means the land is completely wet throughout the period. Well, the tree growing in this marshy or wetland seems to be appear very densely. Mostly Rhizophora and Avicennia have been appeared very dense in this mangroves habitat. Now, there is adaptation. Here also the plants have made adapted in the form of the nematophores root. These nematophore roots grow opposite to the gravitational force. These nematode roots are also known as the respiratory roots. Why they are known as the respiratory roots? Because they grow upwards facing towards the sun. The very minute pores are present on that root, which helps to exchange the gases for the respiration, and these nutrients are provided to the plant. So this was the last, that is known as major biomes in India, that is sea, coast or coastal. I repeat that there are 4 biomes in India. The number 1 is tropical rainforest. The number 2 is tropical deciduous forest. The number 3 is desert, and the number 4th is sea coastal forest. According to that particular or specific area, plant has to exhibit the adaptive characters in that restricted or particular zone. Whereas this was about the Indian biomes. But in world, we find there three biomes, which are those: tropical rainforest, desert, and tundra. These are the three one. As we know, Earth is rotating around the sun. Due to this, we find there seasonal variation in this ecosystem of the world. What are the seasonal variation? Temperature, somewhere it finds to be extreme, somewhere it finds to be very low. Day and night durations, some of the area we find day duration lengthy and night duration little bit shorter. Variation between the precipitation means rainfall and snowfall. Now the third one, that is tundra. In tundra, the region is very cool and the temperature seems to be very low in these tundra plants or in this tundra region. We find the sesophytes plant in this tundra region. Now we'll go towards the concept, that is succession. What is succession? How this word has been introduced? The scientist known as Holt has been introduced this or has coined this word, that is succession. Now what the definition of this succession says is the gradual replacement of one type of ecological community by another in a specific zone. I repeat, the gradual replacement of one type of ecological community by another in a specific zone, that is called as succession. Means a particular plant community replaced by the specific individual species in that specific zone. We also called it as climax community. Nowadays, in the rainy season, along the roadsides or in the barren fields, we have observed that most of the plant community are being replaced by the another one. For example, Parthenium. Parthenium is being replaced by the Cassiotora in the few specific sites. Whereas by observing on the another areas, we see the Cassiotora is replaced by the Parthenium. While talking on this succession has two types. That is primary succession and the second one is secondary succession. Now what is primary succession? Primary succession means the area or a land which is completely barren or sterile, which means no organism exists on that specific land. This land is completely without the plants, trees, and rest of the species. The very first growing species in this land is to be called as the pioneer species. Now, how this very first species comes and how this plant grow there? We know about the lichens. Lichens are those species which has ability to grow on the rock itself. And by stimulating some specific acid, the rock is been broke down and weathering occurs in that particular barren area. The rock onwards is turned into the soil. Afterwards, moss plants are seems to be grown on that barren area. Mosses are replaced by the pteridophytes and pteridophytes are replaced by gymnosperm followed by the angiosperm. This was the example of the primary succession. On the other hand, means second type of the succession, that is secondary succession. In secondary succession, here the area where the vegetation was very dense, but now it is destroyed by numbers of factors. Which are those? The factors are forest fire, overgrazing, domesticated animals, volcanic activity, and deforestation. But in secondary succession land or area, which seems to be soil is fertile, seeds are present in the soil. Now this will leads to form the community of that particular area. Now while talking about the ecosystem in this topic ecology, interrelationship between or interaction between the organisms and the environment. In environment, that is abiotic factors. In case of abiotic factors, the very first we see the temperature. Second, we see the adiabatic factors. The third one, we see the rays, that is radiation rays. And the fourth one, that is water. So these factors interacts with the biotic organisms which are very essential for the growth, for the reproduction, and for the survival of the organisms. While weaving, we come to know that in ecosystem, how the interaction between the organisms and environmental factors are noted. Now we see the food chain in the ecosystem. That is primary producer, second one is consumer, and the third one is decomposer. It is the flow of the energy, not food chain, flow of the energy. How the one organism is depend on the another one. Producers are autotrophs, consumers are heterotrophs. Last one, decomposers are saprotrophs. Autotroph itself says, the word itself says, auto means self, self producer. The plant species or the grasses, they produce their food or they manufacture their food for their survival, and it is stored with the help of the sunlight by the process of the photosynthesis. The food manufacture has been done by the primary producer, that are autotrophs. In case of consumer, that is second one, also we may call it as heterotrophs. Hetero itself says depending on the others for its survival, or you may also call the food. It depends on others. They will consume the grasses, trees, leaves, and they will survive. The last one, on this second heterotrophs, the animal which consumes the grasses, for example grasshopper, which feeds on the grass, and the frog feeds on the grasshopper. Now this is the food chain. After consuming this, frog is been consumed by the snake. This is the chain of the food web. But in very last, that is decomposer, saprophytes, the dead and decay which lies in the soil, these saprophytes helps to break down the molecules. Some are consumed for their survival, and rest of the are released in the soil. So the cycle is completed in this food chain. Saprophytes are very important factors which break down the organic matter into a molecules. Whatever the nutrients and minerals are absorbed by the plants from the soil and the nature is being transformed into the individual species feeding on them, and the last one, this decomposer, completes this whole chain and link by breaking down the organic matter and by returning it to the soil. So friends, this was a little introduction on the topic ecology. Rest of the part will be seeing in the next video or lecture. Thank you.